The Polish poet S.J. Lech once wrote, "Now that you have broken through the wall with your head, what will you do in the neighbouring cell?" This aphorism relates interestingly to the systems thinking consultancy work that we do at What Works Consulting. It illustrates beautifully one of the classic systems thinking archetypes, fixes that fail. Fixes that fail is one of the most famous archetypes in systems thinking. Put simply, a fix that fails is an attempt to resolve a problem by the application of a solution in the short term that in the long run generates further and potentially worse problems. A couple of examples might be as follows. There is a shortage of available staff time to complete the required work, so staff are forced to work longer hours and do overtime. Staff reach burnout, sick leave increases, and the amount of staff time available therefore declines. Another example might be a company that shifts its investment away from research and development onto marketing and sales in order to achieve short-term increases in revenue. Whilst this does increase sales in the short term, the company's products soon become obsolete and no marketing and sales effort can then persuade buyers to purchase products that are now outdated. Skilled management consultants, like those at What Works Consulting, know to look for such longer-term risks in the business consultancy work they carry out. As an executive coach, I also know to look for the same type of phenomenon in my coaching work with clients. These fixes that fail patterns can also be evident in the ways in which individuals attempt to address, yet unwittingly end up sustaining or worsening their problems. Examples of personal situations where the attempted solution becomes part of the problem might include anxiety. If you are anxious about something, do you address it or do you avoid it with the reasoning that out of sight is out of mind? Whatever short-term relief you get from avoiding the problem, it will not go away, and you will be adding the additional problem of the matter not being nipped in the bud. If you find that you have too much to do and not enough time to do it, do you cancel your relaxation routine, such as a yoga class or a squash game? The ultimate result is more likely to be the burnout that you're actually seeking to avoid. A third example might be if you're worried about the work of someone you manage. Do you resort to overmanaging with the seemingly paradoxical result that the person's work deteriorates even further and, worse still, the atmosphere in the whole office suffers? All of these could be seen as fixes that fail at an individual rather than an organisational level. One of the problems with these situations is that we can easily move into the realm described by Václavic, Weekland and Fish in their classic book Change, of the solution becoming part of the problem. Furthermore, when the solution that we confidently anticipate will solve the problem fails to deliver, there can be a temptation to move into a more of the same mentality, making things even worse again. Effectively, we end up firefighting with petrol instead of water. So if there is a particularly vexing personal challenge you've been trying to deal with, sit down and ask yourself 3 questions. Firstly, what have I been doing to try to resolve the problem? Secondly, has that made the problem better or worse or left it unchanged? Third, is it possible that the original dynamics that generated the problem have actually resolved in the meantime, and that the only thing sustaining the problem is the attempted solution? Asking questions such as these that acknowledge the concept of fixes that fail, attempted solutions that become part of the problem, can help you stop being your own worst enemy and open up the potential for a whole new range of effective solutions. To find out more about our systems thinking consulting and training and executive coaching services, please visit our website www.what-works.co.uk.